Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Oh my god, what is this? I still can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm so happy that I am doing it because I'm answering the questions that you guys have sent me months ago, probably years too. I think I picked a question from a couple of years ago because I really wanted to answer it because it really will motivate you in some way, and I hope it will motivate you in some way. So I've written all these questions down and I'm going to answer them. My handwriting sucks. What is wrong with me? It sucks because I was trying to do everything really fast. So the first listen, this video is going to be all over the place because it's my first time ever doing something like this, and I'm a little bit nervous. Just like every time I get on stage, I'm nervous. I'm straying off of topic, you know. Okay, the first thing you lovelies asked me was, what does my name mean? So my name is Poonam Singh, and I actually have a middle name. It's Vandana. Poonam is Hindi and it means full moon. Singh means, I actually don't know what Singh means, but Vandana means praise. And I need to find out what Singh means, and I should have done that, you know, before I did this video. I should have. Your next question to me was, when was I born and where was I born? I was born on a dark, cold, stormy night. I'm joking. I was born on the 19th of February 1995 at the Medical Arts Hospital in a beautiful country called Guyana, sardine packed with amazing people. Next question to me was, what is my favorite animal? I feel like a lot of my followers definitely know the answer to this question, and I think that they're shouting it out right now or saying it to themselves right now. It's elephants. I love elephants. I'm obsessed. I have so many things elephant related, but a fun fact is, actually, this is not a fun fact. This is a sad fact. This is a very sad fact. I've never ever met an elephant or seen an elephant up close or touched an elephant, and this kind of like makes me sad thinking about it. Yeah, I've actually never met an elephant, and that's on my bucket list. That's something I really want to do, and I hope I get to do it one day very soon. What is my favorite color? I feel this is also another question that you guys know the answer for if you follow me a lot, and it is green. My favorite color is green. Don't ask me why, because that wasn't part of the question, so you guys didn't ask why. But I don't know why though. I just love nature and I love anything that, I feel like green is such a positive color, and I'm such a positive person, so I think it goes hand in hand. Your next question to me was, what was my life like growing up? Well, I grew up in a very small flat house with my family, and I had enough place to run, and I felt so happy because like I had everything that I love around me. I grew up in the countryside, so there was a lot of birds, there was a lot of chickens, there was a lot of tractors, there was a lot of mud, there was a lot of cows. Oh, and there was a lot of orange tree, actually tons of orange trees. So I grew up in an area where you want a fruit, you can go and pick a fruit. You want to go and play in the mud, you're free to go and play in the mud because you actually live next to the mud. You know what I mean? Like the Baghdam is here and your house is here. That's what I meant. Yeah, so my life growing up as a child, it was pretty awesome, but I'll give you some background stories of, you know, fun. I mean, I look back at it and I'm like, it's funny things. My mom and my siblings, we would sit down, we would talk about it, we would laugh about it now, but back then I would be so mad about it. So my dad, he had a gas station. He also have and he still does have a farm where he plants fruits. And so in the morning shift, he would work at the gas station. In the afternoon, my mom, like from lunch, she will have to leave to go, and he will come home and then he'll go to the Baghdam. So she would cook and she would wake up early and do whatever she has to do, and she would leave me and my sister to sweep out the house and mop out. And I remember at that time we just had books, and I used to read a lot, but then we discovered TV. Oh. I remember the first time my dad, he bought a TV. Me and my sister were so excited about it. We don't need to read about, you know, like all these cartoon figures. We could actually watch it, and it was really, really exciting. So my mom, she went to work, and my sister and I, we had all these chores to do, right? And we decided to like just watch a little bit of TV, and then we average it. So she has until 12. I think 4 she gets off of work, so from 12 to 4 we have the house to ourselves. So guess what, we can watch an hour of TV and then we can go do our chores. It was like ensure you get all the chores done By the time I come home, everything must be finished. And we're like, yeah, mommy, yeah. And my sister and I, we collect the remote and we put on the TV and we were watching, I think it was a cartoon where the guy, I forgot it. Anyways, we were watching a cartoon. I remember this one time when I went to my cousin's house, it was showing and it would just show for like an hour. So I averaged it and I was like, okay, this cartoon is just going to take an hour. So we're gonna watch TV for an hour. Guys, this cartoon did not went on for an hour. This cartoon went on for more than an hour, and then another cartoon came on and I was like, woo. More cartoons. My sister and I watched that cartoon and watched another cartoon, and we were about to go watch another cartoon, and then I remember we used to show the time on the screen somewhere, and I was like, oh my god, it's like 3:30 going on to 4 and we didn't do anything and mommy's gonna come home. We took off the TV because, oh my god, we were so scared of our mom. And while I was mopping up, mommy came in, and so I was like, oh my god, I am filming. What, you want something?
I thought you talking to somebody.
She thinks I'm talking to someone. So hello.
No, you're not.
All right, back to topic. I forget what I was gonna say.
Don't.
Oh, I'm so gonna put her. She's like, don't put me. Anyways, yes, as I was saying, I remember my mom walking. She walked in the yard. My sister is Nirmala, by the way. So she was like, Poonam, mommy is home. Instead of like mopping like this, I started mop like this. Mom came in and she was like, now I do what? I already know we were gonna get lashed. Like I was prepared for it. Anyways, I got lashes. My sister ran away and she didn't get lashes. I think by the time she came back from my grandparents, my mom, she cooled down because all the chores were finished. And anyways, I'm the one who really supposed to get the lash because I didn't finish my part. So let me tell you more about this story. So after this incident happened, my mom, she decided when she leaves, she will take the plug out from the TV. So we will do our chores and she wouldn't have to go through what she went through with us the day before. So she took the plug out and she'd hide the plug somewhere in the house. And we were kids. We don't know where this plug would go. I remember the first time she did it, we didn't know the plug was missing from the TV. Despite we got lashes, you know, we planned on doing the same thing the next day. So when we were trying to turn the TV on, I was like, Nirmal, this thing is not coming on. What happened with it? And then my sister went to the back to see what's going on. And there was no plug. So I was like, oh my god, mommy hide the plug? And then my sister was like, did she hide it? Did she take it with her? I was like, I don't know, but it's missing. And so that day we didn't get to watch TV. That day was very gloomy for us. I mean, we finished the chores and everything, but like after that, we were so excited to watch TV. Our hope and everything was just crushed. When my mom came home, we were like, mommy, why you hide the plug? We really want to watch TV. She was like, nope, you guys can't get the plug because you guys are not going to finish the chores, and then when I come home I will have to lash you, and that's something I don't want to do. Eventually we understood and everything, but this one day my sister was like, Poonam, let's watch where mommy's hiding the plug, and so when she's gone we could time ourselves. We will do our chores first and then go and watch the TV. So the first day we were looking for the plug. We did our chores first, then we looked for the plug. So there's no way we could get lashes. So we were looking for the plug. We still can't find the plug. The next day we tried to trace her step, but trust me, my mom, if you think you're smart, she's 100 times smarter than you. We couldn't find the plug for days. Our house was really small, so there isn't a lot of hiding spots. So one day my sister said, you know what, Poonam, there's a spot in our house. And she took me and she showed me. She was like, you think mommy would hide a remote there? I was like, no, why would mommy hide a remote there? This spot in our house, let me tell you, you have to climb up on like two things to reach to it was a high spot. And my mom, she's shorter than I am, and I'm 5'3", and my mind was like, my mom would never go and hide a plug there. My sister was like, no, let's try, maybe it's there. I mean, I've looked everywhere because I wasn't the one looking for it, she was the one looking for it. So we got a bench and my sister started to climb up, and as she climbed, I was like, if this plug is not here and we're going through all of this and my sister fall down, I will be in big trouble. So I was like, Mala, are you sure? She was like, yes. So as she was climbing, I'm talking to her, I'm like, man, just come down back, it's not there. So she's stretching, I'm not hearing anything. I'm like, you know what, just come down. And as I was about to like really force her to come down, guess what? She found the plug, and I was like so happy. So we were watching our favorite cartoon and we had a good time. The chores were finished and my mom, she didn't notice anything. So now every day, you know, we would continue the same routine, and this went on for a pretty long time until one day my dear sweet sister the way she put the plug back was not the way my mom usually put the plug. And my mom, who's very, very smart, when she felt for the plug, she realized that it was not in the same position. So she went to the TV, and behind the TV, she felt to see if it felt hot. And the TV was obviously hot because we were watching it all day. And she was like, Nirmal and Poonam, come here. I even watched TV all day. And I just froze. I couldn't believe she found out, and I knew that she was gonna be really upset because when we watch TV, we're not productive, we don't get anything else done, and she wanted us to revise and study and read our books, not just glue our eyes to the television. Yeah, so she was really upset, but we didn't get lashed that day. I guess she was in a good mood. That was that story. That story went on for a long time, but that was like a little memory of my childhood that I just wanted you guys to know. But I mean, you know, your parents always mean well, so in hindsight, she did a good thing. Your final question to me was, how am I such a positive person, and how do I overcome negativity, and how do I deal with haters? I can't even say the word properly because I don't really think about them. I don't really focus on haters so much. I've had people telling me that I can't do something throughout my entire life, that I've become immune to it, so I don't really focus on it. That's why I couldn't even say the word properly. So to explain to you why I am the way I am today, I will have to share with you some negative and sad experiences, but it is what molded me into who I am, and for that I am grateful. So the first experience of mine was when I was 9 years old. I wanted to enter a Gita competition. For those who don't know, the Bhagavad Gita is our holy scripture. For example, you guys have the Quran and the Holy Bible. We as Hindus, we have the Bhagavad Gita. So I wanted to enter the competition. Basically, you have to recite the 16 verses of a chapter by your head and you win a prize. And so there were so many people who were telling me, you couldn't do it, you can't enter the competition, make it very far, it's a very tough competition, and you might forget the words, you might forget what you have to say because it's in Hindi, and obviously I speak English. And so, you know, I ignored the few people that told me that I couldn't do it, and I believed in myself, and I went up for the competition, and I got second for the first one, and I won the other 2 rounds. And I remember I was so happy because being at 9 and winning something for the first time, it was like major. My next incident was when I was 15 years old. I really love multitasking. Throughout my entire life, even until now, I love to multitask. I love to do different things. I was doing Kathak dancing classes, I was going to guitar classes, lessons for CSEC. I was doing a lot of things, and I had my peers and I had people in my life at that time. They were like, girl, you need to stop, you need to do one thing at a time, focus on CXC. When you're finished, then you're gonna go to all these different classes. But in my head, I was like, you know what, Poonam, you can do it. You can still pursue your academical studies, and you can still do something that you love to do, like a hobby. And I ignored all those people, and I still continued to go to all these classes and lessons. And when I wrote CSEC, I passed my subjects and I did well. So that's also another incident where people are telling you that you can't do something and you just prove them wrong. Focus on if you really want to do it, and if you love to do it, go ahead and do it. My next incident was when I was 16 years old. I didn't know if I wanted to do A-levels or if I wanted to study at the University of Ghana. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do A-levels. So I took my applications in to a specific secondary school. I don't really want to say the name of the school, but I went in, I handed my application. There were 2 lovely persons sitting there. It was a lovely woman. She was looking at my application and she looked up at me. She was like, ma'am, you're from this specific area? So I said yes, and she said, you know, people like you from that area, you don't need to pursue a career or get a job. Your parents would marry you out really early, and you have your husband to provide for you for the rest of your life. You don't need to work. Why you want to further your study? I was like, whoa. It was the first time someone ever discouraged me to that level, like tell me that I can't study because I am from a certain area where a lot of young ladies and a lot of young people get married instead of pursuing their studies or a career. And I was stunned, and I was just looking at her, and I remember she just went on just because she saw my address, and I looked at her and I smiled, and she handed me back my application, and I collected it, and I went downstairs and I started to cry. I literally I burst into tears, and I was crying all the way out. And I remember when I came home, I have some cousins and they attended that school. So they were like hugging me, and I was crying to them because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like she told me all of these things. She started my hope to study for A-levels and to study at that school, because I was excited. I wanted to go and study at that school. I was really sad. I felt like in that time I was like, you know, you would think that people would evolve from that kind of mindset. I cried, I let it out, and then I got over it. The next day I was ready to go and apply for UG. So I applied for University of Guyana and I got in, and I commenced my studies in communication study. And even at UG, I remember these girls would say like, there is no way she could finish a diploma in communication studies and do well in a singing competition, because we used to have a lot of rehearsal sessions, and so I had to leave class to attend those sessions. And I remember the stares I used to get when I used to leave classes. But I had a very loyal friend, and she's still my friend, and she used to give me notes, and she used to help me out as much as she could have. People were like, oh, look at her, she's trying to multitask, I bet she can't finish everything she did. And then eventually, guess what? I graduated with my diploma in communication studies, and I got second place in that singing competition. So all these negative things that were going on in my life, I tried to grasp some kind of positivity from it. So when I thought everything is okay now, I got second place in a competition and I finished my diploma, so I'm good, nobody's gonna be mean to me now. Just when I thought that, 18 years old came walking in. During my entire years of school and tertiary level of education, I didn't really had a phone. Actually, I didn't have a phone. At 18, I got my first phone, and I remember all I wanted to do was video myself singing and post it on Facebook so that people could see, you know, like my talent. And back then I didn't have a lot of followers, and I remember people telling me, girl, don't embarrass yourself and post videos on Facebook because you barely got any followers. Who's gonna watch your videos? Just further your studies and don't worry with singing. And so I ignored them again. That was my thing. I was like always ignoring people. I ignored them and I posted my first video. I recorded myself singing a song and I posted my first video on Facebook. I think I got like 15 views, and 2 persons liked the video, and it was my sister and one of my cousins. So after posting so much, and for such a it was over like a month time, I still used to get like a few likes. I posted a video and I was like, okay, my sister can't be the only one who would like this video. And I remember I got a few likes and I was so excited. I was like, wow, people are seeing me. You don't give up on yourself, you're actually getting somewhere within a short period of time. When I checked the likes, it was half of my family members. So it wasn't like new people, and I was like, oh my gosh, Poonam, what is going on? And one thing I remember I didn't do though, no matter what was happening, I did not give up on myself. I was like, you know what, Poonam, one day you're gonna get the amount of viewers you want, and people are gonna hear you, people are gonna see you. You just have to accept and be patient. And that's exactly what I did. I accept the fact that I'm working towards my goals, and this is gonna be my result until I eventually make it or work hard enough. And I mean, today on Facebook I have over 70,000 followers, which I'm so thankful for, and I have 13,000 subscribers here. And for a girl who started from nothing, this is a lot for me. This is enough for me, and of course I want to keep building and I want to keep growing. But for now, I'm so patient because I've learned to be patient from since I was such a young girl, and I accept everything that comes my way, negative or positive, because I know one day I'm going to make it, and I just want you guys to believe in yourself the same way too. So at 21 years old, I was approached by 3 lovely people. They were the directors of Miss Global International Guyana, and they asked me if I wanted to represent Guyana. It was a pageant, and it's something that I've never done before, and I really wanted to put this on my plate. And I was like, you know what, I could do this. It's something that I'm really interested in. And so we had a meeting, we discussed further details, and I remember the day that we announced that I was going to go up for the pageant, the international pageant, there was so many positivity from you guys. Support was pouring from all over, and I really loved it. But I remembered the next day, a lot of negative people, they were commenting on the photo, and they were saying she's not pageant material, her body looks like a potato. People didn't really know a lot about me academically, and they were like, oh, she's not smart enough, like let her stick to singing, that's all she could do. Of course I was sad and I was crying. It's something that I do for every single thing. And I remember Roshini and Hashim and Mel, they were really there for me, and my family too. They were like, you know what, you could do this, you can go up for the pageant, and it doesn't matter if you win or not, as long as you represent your country well and you do it out of love. So despite all the negativities, I decided to still go up for the pageant. I decided to use that negative energy and fuel it into something amazing. I just wanted to make everyone proud. Even if you didn't want me to go up for the pageant, I still wanted to make you proud and make my country proud. And guess what? I got first runner-up. It was one of the most amazing experiences in my life, and it was something that I will never forget when they announced my name. And I just didn't get first runner-up. I also got a bunch of medals for best dress, best personality, I can't remember the rest. It was 5 medals. It was for different things that they also judged you on, and I won those. And I was super happy because I was like, you know what, Poonam, you can do anything people tell you that you can't do, and this is just a perfect example of it. And so guys, I've told you so many experiences in my life where people were negative and I still overcome it. And even at 25 today, people are still mean to me, people still say mean things about me. I feel like negative people, when they look at you, they don't see a reflection of themselves, they see something higher. So that's where the negativity probably comes from, and no matter what you say or what you do, they will always have something negative towards you. Today I'm working on my organic skincare company, I'm working on new music, I'm working on so many things to bring to you guys, and I feel people are still gonna be the same. Even though I've accomplished so much, and even though I am where I am today, I feel like people are always going to be mean. Honestly, they're not gonna make life easy for you, but you have to persevere and you have to use your weaknesses as your strength. You have to ignore all those people. Like, that's, oh, how do I stress on this word? You have to ignore them. If you ignore negativity, it's not easy. Trust me, it's really hard and it takes time. But if you ignore negativity and take baby steps towards your goals in life, trust me, you're gonna go so far. And extremely great things will come your way. See, you can't allow anyone to have that power to steal your desires, your dreams, your aspirations, and your goals away from you. And most importantly, you cannot let anyone steal your happiness away from you. You have to take control and you have to write your story and be damn proud of it. I know I've said a lot. I don't know how much of this video you have watched, but if you have reached thus far, I am so grateful and so thankful, and I'm so happy that you choose to listen to me. My main focus here is to bring content towards you guys that makes you feel inspired and positive and happy. And I thank you guys for everything that you guys have done for me thus far, and I continue to pray for your happiness and your peace. And please, if this video has motivated you in any kind of way, please like and subscribe and stay tuned, and welcome again. Virtual hugs.